Welcome to your Snapshot transit report. This is the Peace Dealer, and I hope you gain the utmost of quality from this report. We, of course, will be looking into the Cancer season transit of 2020. What I'd like to coin our first boss battle in this beta test of a year, where elite forces are experimenting on ways to control a population and also influence culture. This is actually really amazing since you have your rising 0 degrees Virgo. So transit reports are always the best, I think, because it's just very clear cut. And you get to focus on each house as it goes through. There's this very weird dynamic happening with you because you have the 7th house Pisces. So it's like you're going to be conversing with important people, doing important things. And like there's just going to be this weird interference where like certain negative forces want to get your attention, maybe by speaking nasty at you just to get your attention, and like you're not even phased. Like you're so caught up in the important work being done and like the like what you're building. It's gonna really be interesting. You're gonna see that negative force grow more and more impatient and really like smack themselves in the face, or rather step on their own foot, because they're so busy trying to like get your attention. And that's more evidenced with the light square to the Aquarius energy, to your Taurus, but also the Neptune in your 7th house, because you'll be very aware with it. You'll be very aware of it, but it's like your Pisces energy will be focused towards the Virgo. And it can also represent the opposition with Saturn and your Sun. But during Cancer season, we're going to see Saturn retrograde back into Capricorn, as well as Jupiter and Pluto conjunct at 24 degrees retrograde. So this is definitely going to lead up to a climax of the opposition that will occur in Cancer season. Okay, opposite, of course, all this Capricorn energy. It's going to impact everyone very powerfully. If you think about the tensions that have been raised since, we've started this year, this climax is going to be when the water pot boils and, shit hits the fan, kind of. We know it will, because everything up until this point was meant to raise tension before it blows out. And yeah, so I'm actually very excited because apparently the end of the world is supposed to be on the 21st. So that's cool. Other than that, if we look at where this is going to fall in your chart, as we can see, referencing this planet watcher, we start the season off with a new moon at the tail beginning of Cancer. Zero degrees. And we end the season off on the 21st. With Venus getting ready to exit Gemini, as well as conjunct the North Node. We're going to see Mars enter Aries, which is a huge deal. Mars is also a pressure cooker that's going to burst forth as soon as it goes into Aries. So that's amazing because it's going in while the sun's cardinal, which is congruent with everything that it's been doing since Capricorn season. It's just Mars's adventure for now ends in Aries before it retrogrades. And this is really, really amazing because this period is going to really show you how much more confident you've become. You're very, 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 even connecting with your energy now, like I feel it's affecting me, but like you're very, very, very aware of like the hidden nature of what others may think about you, both positively and negatively, especially having Pluto in Libra. So you're really going to see it like it is this season. You're really going to objectively put in its perspective how like hatred and criticisms against you don't even hurt you. It's like you understand it psychologically. And it's going to reveal the hidden jealousy with this Cancer season square to your Pluto in Libra that's going to solidify and define the power and respect that you have over them. Not for them, but the respect and authority, rather, that you have over them. It's going to switch this narrative about how you feel about it considerably, because it's not going to be in your head. You're going to be feeling how like people project their insecurities at you. It's not all going to be bad. Like there's going to be people who really admire you. And that's going to be the best part about this 11th house season of hopes and wishes. You're coming together with where you feel you belong. But that square to Libra and Chiron is you really attacking insecurities around being around others and realizing, wow, like I'm so much more confident than I've ever been, because you see any insecure inducing phenomena and sources as so utterly weak. It's actually hilarious. It's actually hilarious. So, and you're going to be laughing a lot. So what's very amazing though is with the Chiron in Aries on Mars, that's going to be in your 8th, and then Uranus, that's literally like right at the epicenter of all your Taurus, Moon and Venus and Chiron energy. This is activating the full merit of this super powered earth energy that we have in your 1st, 5th, and 9th. So it's utilizing your own talent to really practically create long lasting structures, especially with this 9th house unconventional, teaching about manifestation chapter, but also grounding your talent and values. The moon here brings a self-taught quality, but Uranus on here is just exponentially shifting in the most unconventional way how and what you're manifesting. So the 11th house is bringing it on to fruition. It's like that the gains from career that you've really cleared out as you've established the new direction of your career, which is very aligned with the Institute of Temple Sciences, which I believe is the blessing of that North Node here, which is why the new moon eclipse is going to be when we're all coming together, which is so amazing, which is your 11th house of everyone all together. So keep that in mind, because we're about to get into the Leo chapter in August, but we want to just kind of emphasize that not only is Cancer season this important, but this is still in the guise of your 5th house. This is the very last year that you'll be finishing off your 5th house. After we step into 2021, the incredible talents that you've kind of not really been hiding, but not really been expressing, you're going to let people know that you are more than talented. And this is also the house of children, and self-employment. But this is really more talking about the confidence that goes into realistically and practically expressing your incredible talents and what you love. So Cancer season is very important because this is going to manifest all the supporting community and friends to help foster this deeper creativity that you can actually be an audience to see what you can do. And this is going to be awesome. So keep that in mind. Everything for the rest of 2020 is revolving around this creative transformation, because after this, the next 2 years is about building the most extraordinary lifestyle. based on the networks with people who you connect with. So very relevant dates we want to look at for sure is the Grand Water Trine you'll have the week of the 12th to the 18th. Definitely the Aries energy in your 8th house is going to have you make cuts in how authentic and raw you can connect with people quite instantly. And as it makes its sextile to Venus in Gemini, you're going to be, Venus transiting your 10th in Gemini is being able to talk to influential people and them taking a liking to you because of the charm you express and the knowledge and information you share. And the alignment with the North Node is what's going to allow you to really come into destined opportunities. Once again, you're going to be dealing with this weird energy of people feeling they might be cooler than you, just high school shit. And the way you carry and compose yourself with it's like if a fly on the wall was looking at you, someone may be thinking they're antagonizing you, but someone who actually knows what's happening is seeing you're not even paying it attention, and you actually with your own body language express more dominance. It's hard to really say, because if you were to ask anyone on the surface what's going on, they would probably just kind of be like, no, what, we love Brooke, no, we'd never do that. But like, you are like way more intuitive and psychic. You notice these like hidden shady dynamics, and like this is you gaining so much like dominance over that without having to make a scene, without having to yell at anyone, just pure body language. And also connecting with people who you can trust and express things with sincerely. We also do have 2 new moons. So the second new moon that we have in your 11th house is going to initiate at 0 degrees this collective, and then by the 20th complete it to where you're very sure on who you're moving forward with, which is awesome. Mercury going retrograde and direct during this period is also going to have you reevaluate your place with certain friends, but that Mars square is going to bring up trust issues, especially with sexual connection and who you feel comfortable expressing more raw actions or passions with. But other than that, I hope you stay blessed. I hope you enjoyed this report. After this season, Leo season is just meant to clear things so that you can get the Virgo season. Boom, first chapter. And hopefully the world won't really be over by then. But I know the age and the world as we know it is over anyway. So peace.